All right, everybody, we are excited for tonight's training. I am Stephanie Dunn, for those of you that don't know, and this is Joel Dunn, and we have been in the company for 15 years now, and we are excited to share really kind of just some people just need the step by step of exactly what to do. And so tonight we're going to give you a little bit of like our bread and butter of what we do. So, when we join, some people are excited because they join for the product, while others are here to make money. So maybe you want both. So if you're here to make some money tonight, then put a one in the chat because that will help us see who's here to actually earn. Probably everybody
Yeah,
is,
I
but it
think
does help
everybody's
us.
on here because they want to earn money. I would say, drop a two if you want to get healthier and live longer and live better. But
Well, it kind of goes, yeah.
everyone's already doing one, so
Yes.
we'll just leave that at it.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. When we joined, you guys, for those of you that don't know our story, we got started back 15 years ago and our life looked a lot different than where we are now. And we were struggling, barely getting by, going through bankruptcy and standing in food lines. And one of the things that we wanted was I wasn't feeling my best self. So I did want the product. I just didn't have the money. And so when we were introduced to the product and saw that it worked, and I thought, well, I might as well try to make some extra money. Why not do the business part? That's how I got started. I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm joining to make money. I literally got started and thought, why not try? And so here we are 15 years later because we love the product, and we saw a way to make money and teach other people how to do that. Now, things are always shifting and changing in this industry because back when we joined, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media. And so I think about, God, where was that back when we started? And this wasn't even in our radar. And so this is one of those things that if we had back then, I would be doing what we're teaching today. So Jamie's going to get on here in just a couple of minutes and share, but she's intentional, she's very organized. I see Nicole Nelson on here, and she is this way too. She loves to give me the details of like the walkthrough of like screen by screen. That is not my strength always. So I'm always happy if any of you ever want to share your strengths, because it's so cool that we can all come together and learn and share from each other. But she's always been so detail oriented, even knows like probably what her check's going to be at each month too, because she's so efficient with just looking at all the reports and then teaching. So this one is a great reminder for those of you. Hopefully, you have a piece of paper and you're taking notes.
Make sure you're taking notes.
Because again, if you're brand new, pay attention, because this is something where you're like, I don't have a big friends list yet, or where do I even start? And so this is going to help you if you are just deciding, I'm ready to actually learn or actually do the business. Great time to do it. You're feeling stuck. Sometimes we always hear things differently that can just, you hear it from somebody else and all of a sudden it clicks, and you just take off from hearing that one thing. And then leaders, of course, we just need to continue to show up, because how do we have our team follow us if we're not showing up? And again, I'm always learning something constantly as well. Being in as long as I am, I always take something from where I've gone to a training, listened, and it's always like, oh, I've heard that before, but not in that way. And so tonight, Jamie's going to do that with the lists, the tips on how to grow your network, and all the things that she's going to want to share with host to post and stuff. But then at the end, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more info on how I'm growing with Timeless and what that's going to look like, because I believe that this is going to be a huge wave of people just crushing it with customers and building that volume and having bigger residual and getting more customers. And then how do I talk to them about upgrading to a distributor? So hang tight with me, because I'm going to share with you guys that end of what's working for us to do that. So Jamie, did she already request to screen share?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Let's see if it will
So,
do it.
you guys, Jamie is always like one, no excuses, always willing to share. I know a lot of you are familiar with her face, but if there's somebody that you can count on, it's Jamie. And I love that. She has never held anything back from anyone. She's so one team, one mission, and we love her for that. Like I said, I love how detailed she is. So I'm like, "Oh, I need Jamie to do this one for me." So it is all yours. She is a double diamond. She's been around the block, so she knows what to do and how to teach it. So I'm excited.
Can you all see that? That's all I need to know right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me just pull this up because they did make this. See if I can get it smaller so you can see the task list as well. So this is the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put up a post on our page. It's going to be an interactive post because a lot of people um don't do or do interactive posts. I like using interactive posts in between a business post and an opportunity post every so often because then I can actually use that as like a giveaway post, but it's not really a giveaway. It's just getting the people's opinion. They're going to put down something that people like to comment their opinion on this or that, and you're going to treat that as like a giveaway. So we're going to take 2 minutes to put that up on your page.
And you guys, you can do this right now as you're watching. So if you're on your computer, if you can go back and forth on your phone, this is something super easy that we can do.
I just do it to a colored background. So if you ever have anybody that's having problems putting up a colored background, it's usually because they're putting in extra space. There's too many words or letters. You just need to redo it for them and get them to understand, like try and take out all the spacing, take out an extra like little emoji if they need to, so they can get the colored background up. It takes about 2 seconds. And then we're gonna go to our stories. So what I love about Stephanie is that she gave us Telegram and she gives us certain posts to put up. If she ever gives you a post, guys, make sure that you're editing it before you post it. We don't want everyone saying the same wording on your post. The Facebook will flag it. That's one thing I can tell you. Just make sure that you're changing certain words when she does give us these things. So she just gave us, we just got a new reel from Laura. So if you haven't done the story slides up above in your stories, which I already have, I haven't done the reel. So I'm probably going to put that in my Instagram because I like putting the reels in my Instagram. But you guys are going to take about 2 minutes or a minute or so to go get these story slides. You're going to just save them by clicking on the three little lines at the top and clicking save image. And that's going to save it to your camera roll. And then you just go and post it on your Facebook. It's super simple. Most of you guys should know how to do this. If you don't, get with your leader.
Oh no, you tiptoe.
Teresa, are you saying Facebook will flag your account if you're copying the exact same thing? Is that what you're meaning? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So we want to always change it. Like we were talking, Stephanie, I like Copilot or Chat GPT. You can literally take the wording that she gives in the Telegram chat and say, just put reword this and then apostrophes and then copy and paste in whatever you gave us. And
Mhm.
then it will literally both those programs will reword it for you, give you different emojis and everything. So it's totally different. And then everybody has a different wording. Nobody would be the same, and then the algorithm won't flag it for us.
Oh no.
So something that I'll just kind of reiterate for you guys too is, watch for us sharing in chats or in team pages. Like if something gets flagged on your end, like go put that in a team page so everybody knows that. Like I know we all don't get on at the same time, so that's just something that I probably should do a better job of. I've never had an issue with that. Um, so it's interesting when people are like, "Oh, they say it." I'm like, "All right, is it because it was copied?" Like all the things. So if it does happen, I want to know, and we need to let everybody know that. But these are just simple things that, if you're like, "God, I need to start. Where do I start?" Here's a great way, like Jamie did, do an interaction post. Make sure you're getting stories. If you're like, I don't even know what to do, make sure you're in the stories Telegram. Download Telegram. It's super easy. Like that's probably the easiest app I've ever found. Like
Yep.
it's literally like, oh, I can download this. This is so easy for me. And that way you do have stories, post ideas, before and afters that you can go in and even put in between your life, you guys.
And something, guys, that Stephanie actually taught me, because we never had boards before. When I first started, I didn't have boards, and I had the Note app. And I've gone back to this now that Stephanie kind of mentioned it. So, like, I might be scrolling through a leader's like posts, and I really like a post that Stephanie put up, but I don't want to put the same words, same pictures up at the same time as Stephanie. So if I'm going to like something or of another leader's, what I'm doing now is I'm copying the wording, I'm putting it in my notes app in my phone like I have here, and you can even save the photos, which I didn't know. I learned something new when this happened. And then I copy it here. I can always edit it later, but then I know exactly what the post was that I liked, and I have it here for later on for me to post myself. I also I made leaders. Another thing you can think about for your team is I actually made a board. Um, Facebook posts and literally of posts that I like to use. And I have end of month posts for your page. And I mean, I go into like personal stories, interactive. Like I went into depth, like Laura, like Stephanie says, I'm pretty detail oriented, but like my team can go in here. So they are never without a post. They always have an area that they can find either from another leader or from in our boards of posts that are appropriate, are good for the business. And if they're just like needing something quick and fast, they can go in there and get that done. So now what we're gonna go do is we're gonna go interact. So anytime you put up a post first thing in the morning, afternoon, and evening, we do this 3 times a day. We want to do a product post, a giveaway, a product post, an interactive, or a post about your life, something that you like. We call them the 5 pillars. Pick 5 things that you like to do. So like I like the outdoors, I like talking about my kids, I like showing some recipes. So those would be things that I throw in between. And then I do an opportunity post for the business. So usually always, and then you rotate those each throughout the day. And then after you put up a post in your stories, I like to go interact first with my friends. So now they've kind of changed it on Facebook. The way I get to my feed to actually not see a lot of ads is I click on the menu button at the bottom with the 3 little lines. Then you're going to click on feeds and then friends up at the top in the middle. This will then take you to all of your friends that just recently posted in the last few minutes. And then I'm going to find some posts that I can actually interact with and write 4 words, full words outright. So the algorithm will boost their stuff and my stuff. So like she just bought a car. I like it. And that is amazing. I love the where did you get it?
See, you
Super
guys don't
simple.
do an emoji. Like, we need to do better about, like, adding more of a sentence, like Jamie said. So make sure you star that. Keep that kind of in your memory bank to do that. While you're doing a couple of those, Jamie, something that I'm going to do that I'm like, this is something I want people top of mind, is when I am doing a post and there's a lot of comments on there and I haven't got them as customers or distributors. First thing in the morning, I'm going and interacting and commenting so that they're fresh in my feed, constantly seeing the posts and the stories that I'm doing. So again, kind of keep those hot leads as hot as you can so that they're constantly seeing your stuff.
And I get a lot, you will get, as you can see, there's lots of like crap posts.
Mhm.
And I'm just like so fastly scrolling through, just trying to find something that catches my eye that's an actual post that somebody put up they didn't share that I can
So
comment to.
for those of you that don't know, Jamie's had multiple Facebooks taken down and Instagrams, all of the things. So you guys, she's had to rebuild. So that's why she's
She's
also
a social media warrior.
yes, she is. So constantly rebuilding and utilizing TikTok and bringing them over. So, you know, understand that too, that maybe seeing some of this, she's like, oh man, it's I just know what has gone on with her socials, and she could just roll over and she continues to show up and to grow and to do all the things. So if you feeling frustrated, you have not lost your Facebook, I don't know, like 5 times, something crazy. So here she is sharing once again on how to grow. So I love that about you.
Okay. Okay, and guys, you're only gonna do this for like 5 people, 5 to 10 people interacting, and then I go straight into host to post messages. Now, I'm going to show you something. So, if you don't know how to print your friends list, I print my friends list as you can, it's kind of blurred out, but my whole friends list is printed out. So, when you first print it out, you want to print it out for all time, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So, you have to go to your menu button.
Actually, hold on, Jamie. Do you guys
Yep.
do you want Jamie to share this? Drop a 2 in the comments if you want to see how to print your friends list. Because again, I think this is so important for people to be like, where do I go? Grab a highlighter, you have it, and you're good to go. So I wanted to see if they really wanted it, Jamie. So okay, go back.
Okay, so just click on the bottom of the menu button, the 3 little lines. You're gonna scroll down until you see settings and privacy. Then you're gonna click on settings. And then you're gonna get here to your settings and privacy. Then you're gonna click on see more in account center. Go down a little ways till you see your information and permissions. Download your information. Then you're going to click on download and transfer information. Click. If you have 2 like me, I don't know why I have 2, but I do. Click the first one with your picture. And then you're going to go specific types of information. And then you're going to scroll all the way down and click on friends. And then click next. And then you want to download to your device. It doesn't matter. That will allow it to go to either your computer or to your phone, whichever one you're going to log in to do it with when you're actually printing. I like doing it to my computer. And then again, if you've never printed your friends list, you need to change the date range to all time. Okay. For the very first time that you do your friends list, I always suggest going all time. If you've printed your friends list the month prior and did the all time, say that you use your all time, and this is your first time printing it after that, you're only going to have to put last month because it's only going, you only want to get people that you added to your page from last month so you can actually start sending them a message. So it's less papers for one you're printing, but then you're just adding that paper to your last list. And then you're just going back through that list again after you have it printed. You click save and then create file. And then what it's going to do is it's going to tell you requested it. It will send you an email usually when it's ready to be downloaded, and you'll come back to this area. So the same way we went through settings, permissions, all that way to get here, and then you'll click on a button. And they'll have a button usually instead of saying delete, but it will have a button here that says accept and download, where it will let you download the file to your computer. And in that file, you're going to go and search. The best way I can show you is showing you on my computer. So it's going to end up downloading. You're going to save it to your computer. And let me find where I put it. Here we go. It's going to come up and you have to go through it and get to the friends list, and it will say friends, but then you have to copy and paste the list into a Word document. That's like what the biggest task I do at the beginning of the month is doing my friends list, because it's just tedious doing it into the Word doc. But once you have it, guys, I never miss a person. And as I'm going through my friends list, I'm literally going to show you a fast way to do it. Because if you guys are like me, we live a busy life and sometimes we need to do busy things. So when I have my list, I can then just go to the first person on the list, type in their name. I can find them. And she blocked me, so I can mark her off. And see, some people you'll see they unfriended you. So this is going to be the first actual one. And then the wording that I have for you guys, let me copy and paste this for you. Now, everybody gives different wording. If your leader wants you to send a certain ask message, go ahead and follow what they're giving you. Here's another one that I like to send to people. Let me just go. Okay, so the first person, so this is a way, like if you're really busy, you have to go to a doctor's appointment or go somewhere, if you have things planned throughout the day and you need to get your messages out fast. I like what's called the forwarding method. So you send it to the first person, you hold your finger down on it and you click more and you click forward. You type in the next person's name on your list. So you find them. Sometimes you have to type in part of their name, sometimes you don't.
I haven't done the forward in a while. So see you guys.
And
It's good.
I've
It's
done
a
it,
good reminder. Just I love the
yeah.
forward and I haven't
So
done it.
then I can click send and the send button will click. I've done it too much today, so it's not gonna let me do it, but you click send and it's just gonna like gray it out, guys. And then you go and exit and then type in the next person's name. It's super simple. It lets you do, I found with my newbies coming in, sometimes it doesn't even restrict them on how many they can send. Now, for me though, it's usually 4 to 5 names, and then it will tell you, it will literally have a pop-up at the top right about here when it won't let you send anymore that says limit reached, and all you have to do is click cancel. When you click cancel and then you click done, it's literally going to send it to all those people at once. And then the message is sent to all of them. Then you start from the last person that you sent the message to, click forward, and then send out some more. So what I like is with newbies, I'm finding they don't have a limit, so they could send all 30 messages all at once. With the forwarding method, with the people who have done it like me for a while, and I don't use this all the time. It's when I'm in a hurry, guys. So like today I had a doctor's appointment. So that's why it's not allowing me to do it, because I've done it twice today. So I might have to go one at a time today. But basically, 4 to 5 people at a time, usually, if you've done it before, is the average that it lets me do at a time to forward. And so I only have to do that a couple of times to get my 30 out right away. But another way to show you, because I can do it pretty quick individually too, let me just get out of here, is if you click on the 3 little lines, click on friends, your friends, and then I like to sort oldest to newest if I didn't print my friends list, and I can literally go one at a time, or if I did have my friends list, I can still type in the names if I wanted. I don't have a lot of these ones on this page. Let's see. Here we go. And I can click on the 3 little lines, message, boom. And if I wanted to use the boards, I can do that too. Come back here, go down in the list. Boom. And I'm just going down that list quickly through my phone, back and forth between Facebook and Messenger is all I'm doing. And you do that for about 5 to 10 minutes, guys. If you're forwarding, it's a little bit faster. If you're doing it one at a time, at first it took me a while to learn how to do this, so it took a longer time. I don't care what I've sent them before, I'm just sending the message out unless they posted for me today. So
I think that that's key is sometimes we get into our own head and go, and you may know the person and you're like, "Oh, do I even ask them?" Or, "Will they do that?" And you just gotta be like, ignore it and just get it out because sometimes those are the best ones for me when I go, I don't know if they're gonna order from me or, should I even ask them about the business? And I'm like, why am I doing this? If it was anybody else, I'd tell them just click the send, just do the ask, and get it out there because some people have an amazing following. And so if they post for you, you could be getting into thousands of people. And so trust the process. So she just
You
did.
just have to do it scared, and it doesn't matter who it is, you just need to go like, think of it as a job, guys. Like, your leader told you to get like, your boss told you to do with the work. You have to send the messages. If your job was telemarketing and you were given a list to call every single person on that list to make your money every day, what are you going to do? You're
Mhm.
gonna send them, you're gonna make the phone calls, right? You're gonna leave the messages. We've got to treat this like a business. So you can't care what they say, like if they don't like it, they don't want if they don't like it, they'll block you or they'll unfriend you.
Yep.
That's not a big deal. We're here to make money and nobody else is going to do it but except for us. So you can't care what people think and just send the messages like a job.
I asked at the beginning, "Are you here to make money?" And everybody probably put 1. So, and this is just one avenue, you guys, for something to be super intentional that I think once you get in the habit and can just be like, "I just need to get this out. I need to do an interactive post." If you're like, "Man, I'm just not getting comments." Don't freak out. It happens to me too. I never know which post is going to get comments, likes. It's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. It's all whatever they feel like pushing out. There is no true rhyme or reason. Like I can do a post and it blows up and you guys copy, change it a little bit and it doesn't, or you do a post and it blows up and it doesn't work for me. But that's the key is you got to keep going because we don't know when or what is going to hit to get people's attention. And so by doing these simple tasks, this is kind of the bread and butter, the kind of the behind the scenes. If you're just like, okay, I am really good at social. I love doing reels. I love going live. I love showing my face and doing the stories. If you're confident and you love doing that stuff and you have, good interaction with that, that is great. How can you grow even faster? And this isn't an even better way. I don't want to wait for people. I want to get into their inbox. So I'm doing all of the things. So yes, I may be posting and trying to get comments and interactions. But while they're trying to respond back, I'm going through and doing this kind of stuff too. So it's not that I'm not doing it because I do all of it, everything, because I want to be the one in their face. So
Right.
I
And
think
I don't send the message. Another thing is, guys, you guys want to comment right back. Until I've sent out all my messages, I don't respond back to anybody. But because we're moving on to the next task here in a minute, because I did get some people that said, "What's up?" I'm going to send the second message now to them. But again, don't respond right back either. Wait until you send out all your messages, the first message first, before you start responding the second message too. Just wanted to say that.
yep. Absolutely. Like I do that, do my interaction, do everything I can before I even respond to things because you'll get stuck on that and then want to keep going to that where you didn't get all of your work out. So I love that you said that.
Yeah. So I did copy and paste that in the second part of what I'm sending them now, to the ones that did respond. And now, like after you send those first messages, if you get any responses, you're gonna go for 5 minutes and respond back to them. Now, usually if you're busy, say that you sent out your messages, you went about your day if you forwarded them, and it's pretty quick when you forward, and you're out the door, as you're sitting at the doctor's office, as you're waiting in the waiting room, this is what you could be doing in that little time frame, responding back quickly to somebody and leave it alone. Don't
Mhm.
even check to see what they responded with back. Just wait until you're done with your appointment, and after you're done, you can move on. This is where I think a lot of newbies get hung up on the semantics of things when we're doing it, is just do the tasks following up and messaging people can come eventually throughout the day, but we wanna get those tasks done because that's the main part of how we get what this done. And see, like, they commented right back. Now, if I was to leave my house, go sit down in a waiting room, I'd probably respond back to all these.
I think that that's a great way is like you're asking them a question. One of the tips that I found, you guys, when to respond immediately. If you have a before and after picture up, if you have something about business or anything on your page, that to me is get in their inbox as quick as you can. And the reason why is they're interested right now. And so for me, when I want something, I want a response. So how do you feel when you're reaching out and asking someone for information, or you're looking at a website and you're ready to order. You see something and you like it and you're a clicker. Joel probably hates that because Instagram ads pop up. I'm like, "Ooh, I like that." And I'm like, "I got to do it right now." And so that's me. So I'm always thinking that if I put a post out there, I want to respond to those comments as quickly as I can. Like, okay, send me a friend request or check your inbox, whatever, so that I can get the messaging going and open the conversation. Those are the immediate. These, they can kind of wait because it's just getting the host to post up. So I just wanted to put that as a reminder, a helpful little tip, because I know that I have more success sealing the deal with customers and distributors if I respond as quickly as I can. Okay.
Yep, and then as they're responding, like, I already got one to say yes. So when they say yes, guys, that's the biggest part. Now, if I'm out and about, I can put it in my notes, and I can write their name down on my notepad in my phone, or I like paper to pen. I'm a paper to pen type person because then I don't lose anything. I wrote her name down because she told me, yes, she's gonna post for me, and I gave her a post. So that way I can go back tomorrow morning. I like to do mine in the morning. Other people like to do theirs in the evening. I follow up with people the next morning. Every morning, that's like the first task I get done after I post and I do my story slides, is I go back and I follow up with everybody that told me yes, they post for me, and I'm messaging them and following up with them to put up that post. And I'm sending them a follow-up message. But right now, what we're gonna do, because it's the end of the night, I wanna make sure if you haven't bumped your host to post or boost, we call them bumping or boosting, you're gonna go to your host to post as many as you can, and you're going to boost them. So you should be saving them like this. These are new ones that I just got up. So I'm just gonna like them and make sure that they highlighted and that I get them written down, but we're gonna boost it with this wording because today is the last day. We still have some time to do it and get them in. And we're just gonna let them know we only have a couple more spots. The next 5 people that order are going to get a free bottle of gummies because we have until midnight tonight for the deal. And so you're just gonna go in and bump each post that you have up and put that onto the post. Which I actually did this response.
It's crazy, you guys, too, because sometimes people don't see a post until 3 days out. It is so crazy how Facebook pushes or doesn't push out posts. Um, so if you feel it, it's everywhere. So again, don't be afraid to bump it, ask for people to comment, all the things that you can do to get those those posts out there. Um, I'm reading as Jamie's going through and bumping some of these. You guys, if you're doing this and you're not checking your messages or responding, what if that was $100? Would you check your message? I hope so, because you're leaving money on the table. And, you know, that to me, when people are doing that, if people are in your inbox, they're curious, they're opening the door. That's, a potential that could order the new trio or an add-on with the product. So I think, and I could be wrong, sometimes we have a fear of like what's in that message, or I'll look later. And I'm human too. And you guys, here's the thing. is my messages get pushed so far down so quick because it's a nonstop inboxes coming in as well as me asking. And so for me, I have to be on top of that. I want to be making sure that I'm talking to the people that are coming in for product, right? So make sure you guys are checking those inboxes. Feel like don't leave the money on the table. You're doing the work. Okay.
Teresa, I'm actually testing out a couple new ones for Timeless that I've been talking with Stephanie about and seeing if I'm gonna get comments or not on them to see if we can push out a new one for Timeless. But I've just been playing around with a couple. So I'm testing as a leader, but I have my newbies right now. What's working, some of them are on still doing burn because if burn is working in your network, do not see, here's the thing that I learned a long time ago when I first started, because you would get somebody new coming in and say that we were on the gummies post and the gummies post was working like fire. Don't change what's working for your network. If you're getting comments on your post, don't go with the another leader that says, "Oh, this is what's working now." Don't do it. Please don't do that. I learned that mistake a long time ago. I had a TFX post back in the day when I first started that was on fire, guys. I was getting 70 to 100 hosted posts up a day, and every single one of them got over 20 to 30 comments. And one person came in on a Zoom and said, "Oh, gummies, da 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 da," because gummies had just came out. And I swear to God, I was like, I switched to that hosted post and got nothing. Silence. And I was like, what happened? Tried to go back to TFX and it wouldn't work. And I was like, what did I just do? So, guys, if it's working, don't change it. Okay, don't change it. Stay with the post that's working for you. Everybody's market's different though. So I have half of my team that's doing gummies, half are doing burn right now because that's what's working in their network. And my girls know, like, stay with what's working until like you get like 10 posts up and none of them are getting comments. That's why I test, so that way I can find one that's gonna pop, and then when somebody dies like that, I'm giving it to them. They're gonna come to me as a leader and say, "Hey, this hosted post was working, but it's starting to slow down. Okay, try this. How does this work for your network?" I can give them one that that was working a little bit for me, and then let's see how it works in their network. Or vice versa. We can switch back and forth. But with bumping though, I bump every day. So as you can see, this didn't get a lot of comments, but whether it gets comments or not, you want to boost it. It's going to boost it on their page and more people are going to see it. So I do before and after photos. So anytime somebody drops a before and after, or it's given in our Telegram chat, I'm saving those photos because I can put them in my boost board for my team. Anytime I get an enrollment, I'm making an enrollment glide for them, a basic one, before and afters, my before and afters. I got
Mhm.
another enrollment one and it's just my kids. Make sure that anytime you get an enrollment, you're going and creating a slide for it, saying thank you for ordering from me. Something super simple, super easy. Don't have to show your face if you don't want to. I do. Because then people get to know me in the post too as I'm boosting it. But I'll do like a couple enrollments and then I'll do a before and an after. I kind of like to split it up in between the posts back and forth. So when it gets comments before and after enrollment, and especially after somebody comments, I always try and do an enrollment. Whether I enrolled right then and there or not, I save those enrollment photos to use to kind of give FOMO to people. Like they don't know if I enrolled this person or not, but it's
Mhm.
going to give them FOMO to want to order. And as I'm doing it, I'm then getting these people to actually accept my friend request, send me a friend request, and message me. So that way I can get them the information, guys. So again, sometimes you might not be enrolling. Take an enrollment picture from one of our chats. I've had to do that a couple times. If my market's dead, I'll take one of my girls' photos and add it to a story slide for me and plop it in there.
Mhm.
And just cause FOMO because I'll tell you FOMO is real. That is how I got a lot of customers.
I love that. I love that. I mean, you guys, I think it's just doing the work, getting into the reminder of like, "Oh, I need to do that." Like tonight I just heard, "Oh, the forward, I haven't done that in a while." One of the I don't do a ton of like the before and after pictures like that, like Jamie just did. So I love that. Like I need to go back through some of my haps and do that. One of the things that I like to do on that is if they're posting and they're saying, "Hey, they've got a host a post up for me," and they're like, "My friend Stephanie is looking for, someone to lose whatever." Uh, I'll go into the comment and say, "Hey, I'm the friend that, they're talking about," so that people see I'm the one that's gonna be messaging them. So that's what I initially like to do to bump it, is letting everybody know, "Hey, this is me," and then getting it into them. Um, one of the Are you good there, Jamie? That's pretty much what you do, right? For as far as the list goes, printing that list out, and then just I love that you do it every month. Did that help you guys? Because that sure did me, because I get lost on who's new, who have I actually added this month? And, again, I get so excited and sometimes working so much that I forget to always print that. And so if you're in a rhythm, that's gonna happen. Or if you're like, you got sick for a week or you whatever, don't forget to go back and just print that. What a great reminder. So I learned I need to go print my friends
Yep,
list
the
too.
last task that I would do is, if I had time or if I haven't done it, is I threw it in the chat, is I'm cold messaging. I'm messaging anybody that put up those hosta posts right after I'm bumping. I'm asking them to join the business. If you haven't already, I always do anyways, right after they post for me, I'm asking them to join the business or become a customer, either one. But if you don't do that, because again, everybody's different, I'll go back through and re-ask them, or maybe a couple days later, go back and re-ask them. So that's what I do at night for the most part for my list. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Super helpful. Again, especially for newbies, where to go, just to create some um structure to your day to get you in the habit of getting stuff out. And I think that that's where this becomes such a kind of that bread and butter of like, what do I do if I'm not putting out a bunch of videos, or you're slowly learning how to do that. This is some stuff behind the scenes that really help. So I love that. You guys, I know we're going over a little bit. Um, I'm going to share a little bit on Timeless. Do you guys want to know how I'm getting customers and distributors with Timeless and kind of my wording? So I am extremely excited about this because I'm old. And so I'm like, can I drink the whole bottle? Like I got all six of them. I'm like, this is heaven for me. I'm so excited. And so if you go to my Facebook page, the first thing that I want you to do, you'll have to scroll down a little bit. But and you've heard me talk a little bit about this. As I'm talking, don't put anything in the comment yet. I'm going to have Joel kind of drop what I'm sending to people when I have a timeless story, reel, or post. So the first one that I did was May 12th. And it was just, I saw everybody start kind of copying this one. I decided to go all in on this product no one has, because no one has it. Again, we changed kind of our comp plan, you guys. It's going to get enhanced even more. It's a dual comp plan, so somebody can come into this business and truly do build the business, or do they just want to put their links up and just make some residual with beginning customers? I think a new product and dual comp plan made people go, "Whoa, what is Steph? What's she talking about?" Um, and I'm just going to read it. The results fast, real, unlike anything else. No one has it. It's exclusive. So keywords, you guys, when I'm creating these posts, what am I looking for? We're the only ones with access. This isn't a restock. It's not a reboot. It's a revolution. Think keywords, you guys: metabolism, energy, glow, but with a twist no other brand has figured out a peptide you want. Peptide is a very key word in this industry right now. Um, and Joel will kind of share a little bit on that, but make sure you have something like that in all of the posts. This is more than collagen. Before me and Joel got on, I see so much about this product being a collagen. We are so much more than collagen. So I feel like I'm going to have to drill it into your heads a lot, because it's so much more. So, um, that we'll go over here in a second, but I wrote, put your age whatever you're at. Being in my 50s, I'm all about looking and feeling my best. This is a new product, has studies that show 12 years reversed. Not only will this help the outward appearance, but what it does on a cellular level internally is nothing I've ever seen. And then I asked, where's my ladies at that want to look and feel your best? You know, I'm not gonna put a picture up of my hair all messy and crazy with that. So, it's something that get yourself done up. I don't always say that because people want real, but I'm older, and so I want people to know, like, I've used It Works products for 15 years. I believe that this has made me look way better than if I had never been using the product.
Guys, treat this like a premium product. So
Yeah.
create a premium post.
Yeah, that's a great way. So, did you put that in the chat already? Oh, Jamie did?
Yeah, she
Oh,
snagged it.
okay. Well, okay, so that one, but the response that I do. So people were commenting on that. I put timeless, glow, whatever you want to put as the keyword to get into it. So when I'm responding to them, a couple different ways. Again, I was trying to be on top of it. I'm going back and forth and looking. If they're my friend and I can go to their inbox, I'm going to inbox them. This is the first response that I'm sending. If they're not my friend, I'll say, "Hey, friend request me, inbox me the word timeless, or accept my friend request and look in your inbox." So I want to make sure those are a couple different ways that I'm actually doing that. Did you post it yet? Okay. So I actually have updated this a little bit so you can post.
I can't. You're over the word limit.
Oh.
Hold on. I got to cut it in half.
So while Joel's doing that, I'm going to read it to you guys, a section, because this is, again, more than collagen. And so when I was sending this, we had this written out, and then I went back and I reread it, and I'm like, I feel like I need to say it a little bit more. So the, how do you say that? Mona Javanta?
Mona Javenta.
Yeah, that, whatever that is. However you
And
say
you.
that. And I added in there, so it slows down the effects of aging and supports cellular health for longevity, supports cellular rejuvenation, and improves energy metabolism. Keywords, people want energy, metabolism, longevity, helps reduce fatigue, enhance vitality. I added that last kind of the support cellular all the way down to vitality, because I think that's key for people that I'm getting people that are familiar with collagen and some products like this. So those are some keywords that I noticed that they're really liking. And then I talk about peptin. There's your peptide. Okay. So that's those keywords when you're hearing the word peptide out there. I'm like, well, we need more, we need more of those, but there's that one. And then, Joel loves this one, the Dermavol. I'm going to edit this because Joel said this actually does something that I didn't realize. So when we put in there, it's maintaining your body's natural collagen levels. What is it actually doing, Joel?
Guys, Dermavol actually prevents the natural breakdown of collagen. So it tells your body when it's naturally breaking down collagen to stop doing it. So if you are adding more collagen and not breaking it down, your everything in your body is better because of the fact that it's not breaking down and recycling, and you're adding new and creating new peptides within your body. That's why this thing is incredible. And one of the things that I wanted to point out, I told Steph this too, is in science right now, in the medical world, there are 12 hallmarks of aging that they are looking to solve. So there's billions and billions of dollars being put into these 12 hallmarks. Timeless solves 8 of them. It is the most well-rounded anti-aging longevity product created on the market currently that is not available by prescription.
It's huge. So like, again, I don't want to take away from what's working, because burn weight loss works great for me. And you can go on my page and see that I'm still doing that. But what else if people are about weight loss, they're about looking and feeling their best, right? So I can start incorporating that in, and they're going to be like, what the heck? I want that. So I send that. Then the next thing I'll say is, you'll love it. I give them the price, give them a little bit about that. The second one is, if you get your order in, when they respond, then I say, perfect, real quick. A lot of my customers are having an upgrade, talk about the trio. I'm just going to have Joel just drop all those in because you guys can copy these. And with the trio, I send the picture of the three. I give a little description of obviously the firm and the collagen. But here's the key that I feel like this should be a game changer for all of us, and we should become distributor gathering machines with this because we have the $39 license. I want you guys to have more make more money for the work that you're doing. And how can I do that? What's the best way to do that? Is if somebody's buying this product, Timeless, or upgrading and doing the trio, and we just say, once I get their information, if I can get their information, this is what I'll say. You know what? For $39 more, you should just upgrade because people are going to want this product that you have. Do you want me to go ahead and add the 39 distributor license on for you? So I have that as an option because why wouldn't you? And I've gotten multiple people to add that on, and I have BV instead of them buying a $99 kit and I don't get paid on that. So wouldn't you rather get them in with a product? They're going to want this over and over. So it's a consistent, easy auto ship and you're getting paid on it immediately. Drop a one. I want to see ones again. If that's what you want to do, if you're ready to make more money for the work that you're already doing. And that's just getting in the habit again. I love that. Okay, they can just pick a distributor kit. If we can all get on board of every single time you're talking to a customer and you're saying, you know what, for $39 more, you should try the business. Like you're going to be using the product anyway. Why not have a link to share with people so you can make some extra money? That is literally why I joined. I thought, well, why not? I'm getting the product anyway. And that's the run that we went on. And so I see that so much with Timeless as an easy, like, let's just add this on. I know that if you can get a couple people, you're going to make $100. Three people, then you can probably make $100. I didn't say distributor, I didn't say customers, just three people? Because right now, a Spring Cash, three people is what? All we need is one of those to add a $39 distributor kit and get two customers, any BV. I don't even need to talk about BV and confuse them. Do you know three people? Oh, yes. Then you should do the business. It's only $39. Every single one of you should become distributor gathering machine. Did that make sense? I know I'm a very fast talker, but did that make sense? And are you excited to share about it like that? Because with some things that I feel that are coming, you are really going to want to keep it simple. And by doing this, whatever the product is, adding $39, do you know three people? $39. Bam. You're going to join and you're going to make $100 for knowing those three people. You're going to make your money back and have product and probably make even more. So I'm going to get more of the math down with that once I know the exact things that I feel like I know that are kind of coming. But with Spring Cash, with all the ways that we can make the money, you all should be just doing that as an add-on. So how do I get distributors? Is yes, I'll talk about the business, but I can tell you the majority come from me talking about the product, showing before and after pictures, and then just offering the $39. I think when I put business out, sometimes people think it's really expensive or there's too much work involved or I don't want to do that. When you have a conversation with someone in your inbox, it's easy to just say, for $39 more, you could just make money while using the product. And so I think that if you're good and you're comfortable with talking about products, getting it out there, being consistent with that, you're going to start seeing the success with that. And I know Mandy was one of these people. She was like, I can't get distributors early on. She just didn't have she wasn't there, but she's so good at customers. And the moment you start your brain to go, I just need to offer it, like worst case, they're just going to be a customer, right? So you guys, this is a really big deal for us to have the $39 distributor option with a product like this. Like, I'm so excited. We should be talking to med spas, salons. Like, I am getting in all of that. So that's how I'm getting my distributors right now. My customers and distributors are mainly with Timeless and then or the trio, or if I'm posting, it's a before and after picture. I'm talking about burn, but then I'm always offering the 30-day drop. but I'm also talking about Timeless to them because I think it's such a great product. So that's my as fast a version as I could. I know it's a long Zoom, but I think it's important for you guys to hear kind of those things on how to do that. So lots of information. Please give us love if that was helpful because we're always like, where do we go? Where do we start at? But um don't be afraid to get it out there. We're gonna stop recording right now.